idea what's coming.
No man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
You can overcome any adversary, no matter how bizarre their powers may seem.
Don't know when to give up, do you?
I can do this all day.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
There can be only one.
Yeah. Welcome everyone. Boutique Battle Bash tonight. Semifinals. We have Arrow versus Second Sight. The winner of tonight will of course go to the final matchup, and it's either going to be against Scream Factory or Warner Archive. So we see how that other semifinal plays out. But this is going to be a fun night. Judges, we got to go to you guys first. What are you looking for tonight? Maybe you guys can give us some hints to help us out here. But Vin, what are you looking for from the teams tonight?
Well, we're all big collectors, as you can see behind all of us. We have a lot of physical media. I think it's going to come down to how the panel discusses what they're trying to sell. You got to be salesman a little bit here. Sell us on what you're trying to get over as a product. Arrow versus Second Sight, and both fantastic labels, so it should be fun. It should be fun. Both have great packaging. Both put out solid movies, so it should be interesting.
And Frank, how about you? You're a judge now.
I know. I'm all about the bribery, so fuck that. But yeah, exactly, guys. No, I mean, look behind me, man. So these are two of my favorite boutique labels. I literally have freaking so many Arrow Video and Second Sight movies and releases. These are like top. These are the best in the business, and so I'm looking forward to deep discussion and bribery. So there you go.
And then Judge Johnny.
To echo Frank, yeah, I'm looking for some bribes. So, you guys want to throw some platitudes my way, tell me I look extremely sexy or whatever.
Ooh, Johnny,
flattery gets you
Okay, just you wait.
But yeah, again, I'm looking at, everything that both of these boutique labels have to offer. I don't have that much, Second Sight. So, you Second Sighters down there, maybe you could sway me to picking up some of those titles. Arrow, I do have some Arrow, but you never know. I am looking at bribery and the packaging, of course. So let's get this thing started.
Yes, absolutely. So audience, just a few reminders. If you love these boutiques here, fight up that like and subscribe. If you want to comment Red Live, make us roar with some super chats out there. And if you would like to help the channel on another level, consider some memberships, helping choose future topics, all that fun stuff. But yeah, comments, let us know. Are you guys going for Team Arrow or Team Second Sight tonight? We have to know. But yes, how the rounds work, pretty simple. First round is packaging. So just basically, it looks pretty. We buy it for that reason. The movie, the disc mean nothing in that first round. Now, second round, it switches. It goes to the disc, everything about the disc. So the movie, the special features, the quality of transfers, the audio tracks, all that fun stuff. Third round, box sets, collections, sequels, anything like that. So that's where we see kind of, something together for that round. And then, of course, fourth round, best overall. What represents, of course, your boutique label for this, okay? And I know it says franchise. We were doing a franchise film fight the last stream, and I did not remember to change it. That's okay. All right, so let's get into this first round here. First round is packaging. Arrow will start this first round, and then, of course, we'll switch as we go through different rounds. But yes, so first round up for Arrow, I'm going to go with a Steelbook. So let's go with RoboCop. Yeah, I'm going to go with the RoboCop Steelbook. I really like Steelbooks just because they tend to keep their value over, say, just a standard edition or slip covers. So Steelbooks are very nice. Especially this one kind of has a shine to it, and I love how kind of the J card kind of overlaps with the title there. I do like the spine as well. Looks very clean on the shelf. I do like the back as well too. there you go. The back looks very cool. You got the kind of the diner, gas station, apartments back there with RoboCop in front of it. Just has a cool design, a lot of details there you can see just by looking at this one. And of course, when you open it up, I think it's really awesome as well, because of course you get the 2 different discs in here, different versions of the movie and whatnot. And then you get this nice kind of little, like almost like a booklet here, which is really cool. You often see that out of a couple other boutique labels, but not all of them. But yeah, you get your kind of little booklet here, which is really nice. You got different things about the movie, so it really goes into some good details. So if you like reading as well, you get some pictures in there too. Even if you don't like reading, you're covered. But it pretty much has tons of facts and information about the movie. Cool artwork on the back of that as well. On the inside, if you do take out the disc, you'll even see more, scenes from the movie, which look really cool. That kind of like machine villain thing from the movie, which is nice. But overall, once again, pick this because the steelbook looks amazing inside and out. Like I said, it has a nice shine to it, so it really stands out from the rest of Arrow's collection because, once again, you don't see always a ton of steelbooks from them. So when they do a steelbook, it's just a little bit of a treat, something different. So, yeah, decided to go with some RoboCop on that one. All right, Jordan, you're up.
Nice. That was a good pick. So what I'm going to go with for packaging, right? Number 1 was packaging. You had mentioned shiny. This one's shiny as well. Not very often do you get a shiny second sight release, but we're going to go with Drive. The reason I go with this is because this is basically eye candy as a box. You got the Scorpion, which is, of course, you guys know from his jacket that he wears. On the side, you do have right there Drive, and it's a really nice. You got the kind of the pink, the neon color scheme throughout the whole film, and then on the back you have a really beautiful there's my camera, a beautiful write up about the film itself, and then on the side, of course, you do have. Make sure I'm all right. Okay, there you go. Drive right there. I'm all backwards. This is throwing me off. Anyways, Drive right there. But what's really cool about this is I think this one stands apart packaging wise for Second Sight. Is they don't make very many like this. Is this slides out and it's got that kind of design right here, and more of that kind of pink color scheme throughout. And then in here, you're just getting more stuff. What's really nice is you actually get the a novel right here that the movie is based off of. You are also getting, on top of that, a nice hardback book, and this thing is thick. You got the hammer, which is one of his weapons of choice in the film. Some more stuff about the movie right here. And then inside, of course, Second Sight. Sorry, I'm working with my mic here. A lot of really cool. These are difficult to deal with. Here we go. Just some pictures. You got some, looks like some storyboard stuff there. Just a lot of cool different things. Essays on the film. Everything you could want in this release. You're also getting art cards, which art cards are cool. There you go. Don't hate on art cards. They're awesome. And then, of course, you do get your 4K and your Blu-ray disc. I think this is a great representation as far as packaging goes. Oh, and then you also get his watch right there. Like I said, I think this is a great representation of Second Sight's packaging. But like I said, it's kind of a glossy box set, which you don't usually see with Second Sight. And the design of it is very, very different than what they usually do. So it definitely stands out and has a premium feel for what Second Sight can bring you.
Absolutely agree. That box set is a stunner, Jordan.
Now,
all right,
you guys keep on using the word box set, which for me, it's packaging. Round one is packaging, but still, I have a bit of a quandary here with the fact that you're pulling a box set when you could have waited for that for the box set round.
That's what
There's something to consider because
don't worry. Second Sight is known for their box sets, but Drive is a big heavy hitter, and we're okay leaving that punch for round one.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing, Vin. It might be a nice box set, but once again, if we're really looking at the round here, just packaging here, I think that box set just takes up too much space for that one little movie. I mean, you got a few encyclopedias in there or something like that, but if you really care about the movies, like I said, a nice, sleek kind of steel book that gives you the different editions of the movies, just perfect on the shelf.
Yeah. What is yours still sealed?
No, mine is open.
Okay.
I've watched both of the
It
different
looks
versions.
sealed. I'm
of
sorry.
movies.
But what is unfortunate about steelbooks is they scratch so easy, they dent, they're hard to maintain and to keep nice. Box sets, they're hefty. They definitely they hold up a lot better. And this is packaging, and this is part of packaging is eye candy. And man, this definitely will make you stop in your tracks. If you go to someone's movie room, you look at their physical media, this one is going to stand out for sure.
All right, I just had to look at it one more time. I'm going to disagree with you on that, Jordan. You got a little scorpion bug, which tells me nothing about the actual aspects of the movie. I would think it's a movie about bugs, so makes no sense. And it's a gray box, like the most boringest color palette.
Great. I mean, you've got pink neon. I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous.
You don't understand the scorpion from Drive. I don't know what to tell you.
I have the steelbook of Drive, and the steelbook pops a lot more than that box set. The steelbook,
I don't know about that.
More exciting, more colorful.
Are cars sleek?
I think you're
or
correct. There's a lot of
are they super colorful?
There's a lot of greatly packaged releases of Drive because that movie is amazing, and there's a lot of different ways that movie can pop.
And if I remember correctly, there's a better Arrow version of RoboCop that you could have played.
I disagree. This is the definitive edition, and you still thought it was sealed because it's so shiny. It's so darn shiny. You think it's sealed.
Can you show me that spine again, Mike? Can you show me the spine one more time?
Let's see the spine.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You have the correct font.
What does that say?
What does yours say? You got little
Drive. Can you read cursive?
Yeah, come on. I know they don't teach that anymore, but I mean, you're old enough to know cursive now. Come on there, Mike.
Look at that little pink writing. Like
okay, well, does this help you?
More pink. Is it Barbie movie? Is it a Barbie movie? What is it? Is it a movie about bugs? Is it a movie about Barbie? A gray rock? I don't know.
Real quick, Ben, I just wanted to point out, just separate from this whole thing, with Second Sight, I mean, they only release like box sets, like single discs, and then if they go out of print, then they become just like single things. So they're all box sets.
Just like Arrow.
Yeah, like as in like just like they always have. I mean, that's a thick one compared to normal ones that they have, but they're all box sets. And
they do a nice beefy box set, and then they do like a standard.
That Second Sight has to deal with. It's not my problem. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying. Well,
hey, you want the packaging. This is packaging.
All right, so let's get to the vote. I think we set our points here. So, judges, we're getting an answer. On 3, 1, 2, 3, reveal.
Oh, oh no. Then we like Vin.
So I will say, since I do have a ton of each of these labels, for me, this is again what Jordan just said. This is about packaging. What catches my eye? And for me, as a collector, I originally had the standard Drive 4K. That's what I initially bought, and then I regretted not getting that nice limited edition. So a year, 2 years later, I got that limited edition because it is freaking sexy, man. For me, it is very appealing. And Second Sight does do standard and limited editions, just like Arrow, at the same time. So again, I'm a connoisseur of each of each label, and that's what makes Second Sight very attractive for some collectors. And for me, it's about quality, not about quantity. Like some labels starts with a V. So anyway,
Dang, Frank, sell it for me. Come on, you take my spot.
It depends on how you display your collection. If you're just going by spine, if you put them in by spine, obviously Drive is very thick. But if you're showing the face of the film, like Mike was saying, I would take the RoboCop cover over the Scorpion cover. But then you see the Scorpion cover is so thick, it messes with your head. But you know,
Yeah, each person, each collector is a little different. So,
And then Johnny, what sold it for you?
I mean, come on. If you were going to pull RoboCop, I mean, to pull this one. I mean, that's the RoboCop that I know of. I don't really know that much about that steel book, but yeah, it's the packaging for Drive. That one stands out to me. Like, it's big, it's thick, like me. So that's something I'd rather pick up than that steel book that you have.
what I liked about that RoboCop that you pulled, Mike, was the back. I had never seen the back of that steelbook, and I think that was a nice back. Usually, you don't get back art that's that kind of unique and cool. So I liked the back of yours. I think that's a big part that sold me.
All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and move it on to Jeff. What do we got?
Okay, so first off, it's something that always grabs your eye on the shelf. Whether you're looking at the spine or at the cover, you get your steelbook and your chunky box. So we're going to go with Wild Things. And inside there, you get your steelbook that's nice and shiny. And it's got good artwork on the inside. You get, what is this? About a half a dozen art cards. That's all part of your packaging. And they're all nice and super, super high quality. You also get yourself a poster, and you get to pick which image that you want. Do you like that new image? Or do you like something a little more old school? You kind of get both with that. And then for everyone that says they like to read for their movies as well, you also get a nice thick book that doesn't have just pictures. It has quite a bit, but you get your cast and your crew and all your credits. And there's 2 essays in here as well to read, and all of the information about the transfer. So within this package, you get everything that you need for this movie and everything that you would want for what is a good movie. I mean, you get a good movie inside the box too. It's not just the packaging, but the packaging definitely adds to what is, a pretty solid all the way around set. So I'm gonna go with that. You get everything in this. You get steelbook and chunky box.
That's a good choice right there.
All right, Jake, you're up.
So I have no reason to own this piece of physical media because there's already a definitive edition of this movie out there. The only reason why I own this steelbook is because the artwork slaps so much. And I thought this was going to be the definitive edition of this movie until Umbrella put out that amazing box set. But the artwork is like the one thing on that box set that I can gripe a little bit. It's very basic. This release for Super Mario Brothers looks absolutely phenomenal. I love the artwork on here. It's crazy that this movie got this attention to detail in the art. I absolutely am such a fan of it. Going over, it wraps around to one continuous image, and the ba-bomb that is very important to the movie gets his own little corner of the steelbook. Open it up, boom, there it is. And on the inside here, you get some artwork, a little bit reminisce of the actual logo from the movie, with a whole bunch of Goombas in the elevator, which is one of my favorite scenes in said movie. So again, I don't need this at all. This is literally taking up space. I'm never going to pop the disc in again because Umbrella has the definitive edition. But for me, artwork-wise, packaging-wise, me being a steelbook lover, I could not get rid of this edition in my collection.
Hey, Jake, does that have wraparound artwork too?
It sure does.
Yeah, so that's something to consider too.
It's nice.
Great steelbook, but I will say Jeff's pool was a steelbook and a box.
And I have wraparound artwork as well.
I gotta see that. Let's see that real quick.
It doesn't flow as nicely. There's a little bit of a break
Beautiful.
right there on the
Look
back.
No,
that Mario movie.
It flows just like it should for this movie. This movie, it's twisty and turny. So the steelbook matches the twisty and turny.
Sure.
All right, judges, got an answer? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, reveal. Arrow.
It was close.
Nice.
Go.
For me, the reason why I chose Arrow is because Jeff pulled out a really good pick from the Arrow lineup. It just shows to me as a viewer that Arrow can match Second Sight with their type of collection, pulls out a book, pulls out art cards, all this type of stuff that Second Sight can do. And me personally, I just liked what Jeff pulled out. I thought the Wild Things steelbook is pretty damn nice. Sexy, just like the movie itself. Heyo.
The dogs were howling when the girls were getting shown.
It worked.
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to interrupt that.
They saw that. Oh man.
Oh damn.
Came out, you know.
And then
Jeff already knows my thoughts on Wild Things, but yeah, I had to go with Wild Things because I mean, hell, I have it too, but mine's the other one. But yeah, I mean, when you could put a steel book into a side loader and still have the same book in it, I mean that artwork, that packaging is that's what did it for me.
Yeah, Vin, you were going Second Sight though.
Yeah, I had never seen that steelbook before, and I liked the artwork a lot better than the Umbrella release. So
I had never seen that steelbook before either. It's a very nice one, and I do like the bomb on the back. That's a nice little touch.
Yeah, so I had never seen. I'm a sucker for this round. I'm a sucker for cover art more than essentially anything else.
Sure. Second Sight used to make a lot of steelbooks, or 4 or 5 steelbooks, like 10 years ago, and then they just stopped. I wish they would bring it back.
I came close to buying that steel book until Umbrella made their announcement they were releasing that 4K.
Yeah, literally no reason for me to own that, but I love the artwork so much I couldn't part with it.
All right, Steve.
All right, so I have the limited edition Witness, starring Harrison Ford. This is great. It has Witness here. Fantastic movie from 1985. Harrison Ford got an Oscar nomination for it. It comes with like the original poster, and then also has reversible artwork.
Oh,
as well. It also has some great book here. Really thick book on Witness. Yes. Flip through that for days and read that for quite a while. You know, color photos and all that. Also has the lobby cards as well. Great stuff, Harrison Ford. This is what 30 years ago now. Like, wow. Some great packaging. I have like a ton of box sets. That's why I'm doing this one too. It also has a big poster as well. The actual poster of the theatrical poster, and also the same thing. There was a reverse artwork that's on in the inside cover. So yeah, fantastic movie. Harrison Ford. This one. He tried to get serious, basically. Started to go for Oscar buzz kind of thing at the time. That's what he was doing. Mosquito Coast, I think it was after this one, 86. He was after that, and he's a great actor. Unfortunately, he's pigeonholed as a Harrison, Han Solo and Indiana Jones, and those all those kind of great movies like that. But he's also a great actor as well, which he's doing a lot more TV now. But yeah, this is a great packaging. Like I said, it's limited edition. I think now I don't think you can get this now. I think it's
I actually just bought it today, but I had to get the UK one because that's the only one you can get. But I just grabbed this today and was watching it before the stream. Such a good movie and a great box set.
Yeah.
All right.
Amish country, that kind of thing. It's very different for an 80s movie. Yeah.
All right, Nate, you're up.
Okay, can you hear me pretty well, decently? Okay, cool. All right, so for me, I'm going to pick up actually a new release that they put out this year that just came out, and I'm talking about The Nice Guys. Now, this is one of the best kind of recent films that came out in the last decade, and it is an homage to the 70s and to a bunch of different types of movies, like Russ Meyer movies, detective movies. Think about things like Lethal Weapon and the like. But this is actually directed by Shane Black. As you can see, this has got that 70s aesthetic to it. It has this really sleek design to it. I'm trying to see if my light is better. but it's got this kind of yellow tint here. If we open it up, we have different art cards that actually represent this. Actually, I think this is some of the best looking art cards that I've seen in a while. Kind of just showcasing the cast and crew in very like, like kind of 80s, like how like a TV show would, put out like a theme song and show them all, in different, poses as they're introducing themselves. And this has just got the really fun cast and crew in it. And there's Keith David right there. So just I really like those art cards compared to most of the things that art cards are. There's a picture of LA. You can see that pink kind of right there as it opens up. And then there's the gorgeous 4K and the Blu-ray, of course. And then this hardcover book. I know Robin talks about books a lot. I actually read this just recently on my travels to Asheville with Orb DVD. But I was able to keep this on the way. And this book is just beautiful. Like it is set up exactly like you see these designs like you used to get like Reading Rainbow and things along those lines of that color palette from this time period. And you just see all this different artwork for this time period. This is all shot in Georgia, but this is LA. So but they did a really, really good job with this movie, and this just looks like a beautiful film. And it's looked better than it ever has in this packaging.
Nate, any reversible cover art there or a reversible poster?
No, just this. I mean, you can't reverse this. I mean, this is just a digibook, right? But like, if you take out the digibook, just got the pink like palm trees, which is really nice. Mm-hmm. Like this is 70s LA. Like that's what you're looking at the sun right there. So yeah, no reversible stuff, unfortunately. But
still an incredible release.
And some would say you don't need to reverse perfection on that. I love how it just kind of opens up to the nice little skyline right there of LA. I think that whole box
you can either choose with Arrow. What's cool is you can choose the better looking artwork or the worst artwork. Second Sight, they're like, you don't need to choose. We already gave you the best artwork right here. So why
this
reverse?
Is also drawn, if you can tell, not like an actual picture. Like it's like one of those kind of drawn looking pictures like you'd see a 70s poster look like. So
yeah, I was distracted by your Criterion collection behind you. And then Nathan, I was distracted by your I was distracted by your awesome shirt of The Witch. Love that film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do too.
As we move forward for the rest of the stream, can we all just agree that art cards are bullshit? Can we just like move past that? Does anybody care about art cards?
For the most part, but I do like those Nice Guys ones. The Nice Guys ones are rare.
There's
what do you do?
I have one right there. Because it's not taking anything from the movie. It's taking character cards. I don't know. I think there's some style to this instead of just putting a shot from the film on a card, which I think is so lazy.
It's a bonus. It's a bonus.
To answer your question, Ben, actually, I have like a craft project I'm working on with some of them. Like you can actually like put like them in like kind of like how posters are. Like just put them on like a board, like a bulletin board. I know that sounds weird, but with the amount of cards we have, I'm sure a lot of us could do something pretty fun with that kind of stuff, even if it is trite, and something that everyone gets all the time.
So Second Sight gives you a lot of homework. First, they give you a whole bunch of encyclopedias to read. Now you got to do some arts and crafts. I'm out. All right, judges, you got an answer? All right, 1, 2, 3, reveal.
Wow. Okay. There you go.
Nice guys. The Nice Guys artwork is phenomenal and one of the best of this year for sure. I think Second Sight really captured the theme of the Nice Guys very well, very aesthetically pleasing. And again, it's about packaging. So Nate showed a nice thick book, which the essays is very good. I read it's one of the best books the Second Sight has. Like of all the essays, there's like 7 or 8 essays in that book. So for those who like to read, it's very nice.
Homework, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you like
homework options.
I like homework. I used to teach, so I like homework. So.
All right, so we are now into round 2, all about the disc. Once again, don't care about packaging here, just talking about the movie, special features, transfers, audio tracks, that type of stuff. All right, so let's have Second Sight started off in this second round. So Jake, you are up.
I went against Jeff on the last round, Mike.
Okay, Mr. Picky.
I'm just letting you know.
All right, and then, well, we don't want Nate to have to go again. He just went, so let's.
Yeah, no,
go.
I'll go. I'll face
That's
you. Yeah, let's just swap over, Mike. Me
I don't
versus you this
mind.
round.
It's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
Let's go, Nate.
All right, Nate.
Going
Nate,
right
you're
first
up.
then?
Well,
Okay.
see, that's what I was just saying.
No, I just thought we were going top.
Oh, you want to go reverse order on this? Oh, wow.
Well, the order that we were going, but it makes sense.
What did I go first again?
Okay. So we're talking about the disc itself. So I'm going to pick this behemoth of a film from 1975, and I'm going to talk about Picnic at Hanging Rock, which is one of the most gorgeous looking films. I mean, obviously box set wise, but like the film itself, like this has never looked better. This is from 1975 from Peter Weir. You've probably seen some of his films. Master and Commander is probably the one that everyone's excited about getting finally a proper release. But this movie is just absolutely stunning the way it looks. This feels like a film that is like a daytime fairy tale of sorts. It feels like this fantastical world. The 4K restoration in this was supervised by why am I blanking on his name? The cinematographer of the film, and then also just the amount of incredible extra work they put into this. They actually put out a documentary on the making of this film, where they interviewed the people who were involved, like Peter Weir, but also talked about how in this movie that's set in 1900, like on the centennial year, they talked about the lady who wrote this book, which is actually what this movie is based off of. And they talked to her in archival interviews, which are on this disc itself. And those archival interviews talk about this fictional / did this really happen story that is really kind of messed up in a way. But the disc itself has a plethora of special features, just involving the history of this movie, what it's influenced. Second Sight did a making of documentary, which is kind of crazy. And then also the image itself is like, this is one of the best looking movies you'll ever see. And I recommend people watch Picnic at Hanging Rock if they've not seen this movie. It's incredible.
Nate, what kind of audio tracks on there?
Hold on. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that the highest, like 5.1 surround.
No Atmos?
About the image, man.
You're one of those guys, Mike, huh?
I'm just saying.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes aesthetically, Atmos isn't the way to go because it fits the film better.
Especially a movie from the 70s.
Yep.
Yeah, this is from 1975. So like,
awesome. I'm sure it feels like that too.
Yeah, well, 1975 is one of the best movie years of all time, so you better watch it.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
God.
All right. So
Picnic at Hanging Rock.
To counter that one, just because I guess I am kind of going against that, I like the Criterion disc better for that one. But what Criterion didn't release was a disc for Tremors, and there isn't another disc that is even on par with the Tremors 4K disc from Arrow. Picnic at Hanging Rock has a 4K on Criterion, so this one stands alone on its own. It has a new 4K restoration from the original camera negative that was approved by the director and the director of photography, which means that both guys that originally knew how they wanted this film to look approved the way this looks on this disc. They also went through and remixed the audio not once but twice. You have the original 2.0 theater stereo. Then you also have the 4.0 surround and a new remixed 5.1 standard Dolby Digital. They didn't go all out for the Atmos, but to be honest, it probably would have made it sound worse. You have full-on interviews. There's an hour behind the scenes on the set making of, which is just amazing. I love seeing behind-the-scenes features. When you have just as many behind-the-scenes features that equal the run of the movie, I get that gets my goat. You have they took all the edited dubs and added all the edited dubs from the TV version to this disc as well. So you really get everything for this film on this disc.
All right. Great choice. Great choice there. And I love how you said that's like the definitive edition of Tremors. Whereas once again, Picnic at Hanging Rock, I thought that was a Criterion title because, like you said, Criterion has it. So, all right.
This is the definitive edition of it. Also, DOP and Peter Weir himself approved.
Yep.
So,
and with the criteria, I mean that's just nitpicky on the way it looks, but personally, actually, I do like Second Sight's better. Just put that there.
All right, judges, getting an answer. All right, 1, 2, 3, reveal. We don't even need to see Johnny's answer.
Yeah.
Second Sight.
Yeah.
that's crazy. I hadn't heard anyone.
Yeah, I was wrestling with. I was like, well,
Criterion looks better. That's awesome though. I like that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it looks better. I just know there is a Criterion.
Right. During a battle,
So
people
I just
play
know there's
dirty.
another option.
Facts don't matter, Nate. Facts don't matter.
I hear about that. Your teacher again.
Every time I've seen a Criterion, doesn't the director of the film usually like endorse the Criterion?
Yeah, and I believe the sticker. I
Yeah.
just picked it up today from Barnes and Noble. I believe the sticker says director approved on it.
Yeah, but like this, so that was put out like a decade ago. This was put out like two or
The
3 years
the
ago.
4K was.
Well, they didn't do 4Ks a decade ago.
Well,
That's
no,
what I say. I got the 4K.
It's the
I
same
believe
exact
it-
edition then, if that's the case. That he probably approved both, but this
It's
came out
probably,
first.
it's probably the same exact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
I
same
would imagine it's the exact same thing.
He
Yeah,
did
it's probably
approve
the
both.
same
I think
transfer.
Criterion might have changed the mastering, did some like their own color timing or something, but the director did approve both.
Yeah, well, Criterion didn't put a whole making up documentary on the whole retrospective of the whole damn movie, which is crazy. That's a special feature.
Nice.
So,
All right, Jordan, you're up.
All right. So for discs and special features and everything, one that I think stands out among pretty much the most of Second Sight. Now, this could be a great packaging. I know we're not talking about that, but the Blair Witch Project. With this, the standout, not only, yes, it is just the Blu-ray. However, with the Blair Witch Project, a 4K is going to be it shouldn't be in 4K. I would argue they actually took I think it was the high 8 video file, which was their secondary camera in the film. They completely fixed that. Looks so much better. Yeah, they cleaned it up, not necessarily digitally, but what I mean, there's still that film grain, still that kind of running gun shooting look to it, but it looks phenomenal. Excuse me. Special features wise, I mean, you are getting what's really cool with this is similar to Picnic and Hanging Rock. You were getting a Second Sight. Sorry, guys, a Second Sight produced documentary that is like twice as long as the movie itself. They got the producers and directors back for this to talk about everything from pre-production, production, marketing, which if you didn't know, I mean, the marketing for this movie was incredible and very innovative at the time, to post-production, release, legacy, everything. I mean, it's almost a 3-hour documentary that Second Sight put out, and you can only get it in this release. Not only that, you're also getting, you guys had talked about with the audio. This is, I believe, a 2.1 mix. However, with this type of film, a Dolby Atmos won't make sense. And I would argue maybe not even a 5.1, because the whole idea, I mean, this film came out in 1999. It's supposed to feel like 1999 with 1999 technology. So also with this, you are getting the festival cut, which is brand new. And so, which is incredible. You're getting a lot of great additional scenes, mainly at the beginning where they are interviewing the people of the town. Guys, I'm telling you, this release and the special features they put in this is incredible. And I think the documentary alone is worth the price of admission for this release, even though this one is out of print, the standard release too. You are also going to get that documentary as well. So phenomenal release. I cannot back this enough, especially with the special features and the stuff that it comes with.
We should have talked before this, Jordan, because this is going to be my pick as well.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, well, you can choose it again if you want, because I think this is an easy win for us. Now, didn't that one have disc replacement issues?
It did, but it was on the one that no one is really going to watch. The version of the film, it was the one that everyone wants to see, and the reason that this release even came out was for that festival cut, and that one was flawless.
Yeah, but as a collector, when you buy an expensive new product, just like Second Sight is known for selling, I'm sure that wasn't super cheap. You want your disc to be working, and so that just shows failure and quality control. So,
and I agree with you. However, the cell, like, can we talk about that?
I was gonna say that.
Hey, we didn't pull this out. You pulled Blair Witch.
Yeah, but it's Arrow Video.
I'm representing.
Arrow is notorious for that. Come
Hey,
on.
It's not even great at putting out just
what we
replacement
actually
programs.
pull. So we're talking Blair Witch, and then whatever Steve's gonna pull next. But first of all, okay, so that was just a minor issue. And now, Jordan, you said you don't need a 4K, you don't need a Dolby Atmos track. Why do you need a Blu-ray? If I wanted to feel old school, why don't I just have the VHS then?
You're not going to get the documentary, which this is all about the disc.
Then why not a DVD? Do a DVD, put a DVD documentary together. Why does that have to be Blu-ray? Why not go to 4K, take that extra step, and give us something really?
Because it's going to look ridiculous in 4K. It's going to bring out every little imperfection. The Blu-ray, I mean, it's like the perfect level, just right above DVD where it should be, but not quite as high as 4K where it should not be. It's towing that perfect line.
To tag team off what Mike said, I get that you want to keep the movie pure because it's the way it's shot and whatnot, but I would have loved an Atmos track, because somebody who actually has like a decent Atmos setup in his house with like some height speakers and different things, like those sounds in the woods,
it would have made a big difference.
It would have been if they had been able to somehow remix this old film for an Atmos track. Oh my God, it would have been fantastic. Like they didn't, and I get it, but man, like, let's not just say, oh, they shouldn't have never done it, because if they did, it could have been fucking amazing.
I 100% agree with Vince. Also, I think Dolby Atmos definitely heightens the experience, especially with older films. For instance, the Clint Eastwood movies that Warner Brothers just released, all of them were Dolby Atmos, and they were in the 70s, and they all sounded fantastic in Dolby Atmos. So horror movies, I think, all should be in Dolby Atmos, because you want to be immersed as much as possible, get that horror experience. So that's all I have to say about that.
All right, Steve, you got some Dolby Atmos over there?
Well, I do have a 4K from Sam Raimi.
Oh,
it's called Simple
beautiful.
Plan.
Love that movie.
This movie was released in November. The 4K was released in November of last year. It says a new 4K remaster from the original negative by Arrow Films, approved by director Sam Raimi. It has a presentation in Dolby Vision, HDR 10 compatible, original DTS, HDMA 5.1 surround audio with optional lossless stereo audio. This has like 2 audio commentaries on it, several special features. It's all on one disc, so it's the 4K. It's all you get is the 4K. Originally, I had this one I had it on DVD up until, that was from 1998, so it was a DVD. But when this got released, I think it's one of the kind of overlooked kind of Sam Raimi films. But I think when I saw this, I think it looks great in 4K. I just couldn't believe it, because I don't know why it took so long. I think you can get it probably in Europe, but I think before maybe some Blu-ray limited some places. But when I saw 4K release, I'm definitely going to jump from DVD to 4K. It was well worth it. I think it may have been like maybe $30 or something like that, maybe. But it's a great movie. Bill Paxton, the late Bill Paxton's in it. But yeah, all special features are in this. I was just looking at the back here. It's all kinds of stuff here. It's of Ice and Men, a newly filmed interview with the cinematographer, standing her ground. Several special features on here. So you can spend hours watching this. I so much enjoyed it, because when I had it on DVD, I just didn't watch it anymore, because it's like DVD is just harder to watch, because it's just such an older format, and the way it looked, it didn't look so great. So this really brought the movie to life. So Sam Raimi, he had that period when obviously he's originally known as a horror director, and then he started doing movies like this, and then he did Spider-Man after that, and kind of branched out a little bit. But he's a legend in the horror world with the Evil Dead franchise and Army of Darkness, great movie. So I highly recommend this if you haven't. I'm sure a lot of people have seen A Simple Plan, but this is such a great movie.
Yeah, that movie's awesome. Sam Raimi masterpiece, like you said, like kind of like a thriller mystery, great acting performances. So if you put the movies head to head, Blair Witch Project is cool because of what it did for like found footage and that type of stuff. But in terms of the movie story, I just love how well written that Simple Plan movie is. It's so good. The dialogue is crispy. I love that one.
Agree.
All right, judges, we're getting a vote. All right, 1, 2, 3, reveal. Second set.
Not where I thought that was going to go after talking with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we lost that round.
Yeah.
I have both of those releases. I have Simple Plan and I have Blair Witch. But at the end of the day, Blair Witch is just such an iconic film. It's undeniable.
Well, again, I'm not basing it off the film. I'm basing it off what's presented in the contents, the special features for what Second Sight did for Blair Witch is unbelievable, and I think it should be in everyone's freaking collection, man. It's definitely one of the best special features from any label of any movie in years. And what Jordan said, the almost 3-hour special feature, in addition to that, there's tons of special features. So even though that the Simple Plan is a 4K transfer, again, I think all the entire package of the disc, I think that's what did it for me. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see what Mike has for Arrow Video.
We will see.
Yeah, it was just everything that Jordan was talking about. That's what did it for me. And I have the Simple Plan 4K, but I don't have the Blair Witch one. And yeah, I really want to go out and pick that one up.
I saw the Blair Witch in the theater opening weekend. I tell you, anybody my age felt very duped when we saw that movie. We were very much like fooled. Yeah, it was great packaging and great marketing for that movie. But after I saw it, I think most people my age are like, never again. You're not going to get us again. And then younger people were like, they didn't experience that. So it's a different experience for a younger audience. Certainly. So, and it's iconic. I mean, it certainly was scary at the time, especially when you thought it actually was real.
It depends where you live at regionally. I live in the Pacific Northwest. There's tons of forests. We're known for it over here. Right. That movie scared the shit out of me. And I saw it young. That came out in 99. I was a sophomore or junior in high school. And that movie was incredible. So
it was scary at the time for sure. Yeah.
All right, Jake, you're up.
So I was going to go with the Blair Witch. We already got the points. I'll go to another one. This is for a 4K movie you're good. That looks very good on 4K. Second Sight, I think pound for pound put out the best 4K transfers in the game. This movie had a bunch of re-releases from Scream Factory on Blu-ray. Very happy Second Sight got their hands on the Babadook, because there is so many black level pops in this movie, and they look so good in Dolby Vision on this release. Just the kind of pitch black with the peekaboo stuff. It's never looked better. It has new interviews on here as well. I don't collect a lot of the big beefy box sets from Second Sight. I just need the basic packaging because I love what they put on their discs. There's 7 new interviews from people on here. There is a short film from Jennifer Kent. I always love when I can get bonus stuff from the director's filmography. That's always nice for me. And then on top of that, they put everything else that was on the Scream Factory edition on here. There's a whole bunch of archival special features, like they call him Mr. Babadook, the making of. So much is in this disc. They always use 100 gigabyte discs for the 4Ks, always look crispy. That's all I need with this movie. Solid movie, phenomenal transfer.
What was the audio track there?
I'm not sure off the top of my head, Mike.
Oh, so I'm guessing no Dolby Atmos. Just wanted to confirm that. I knew it myself. Just wanted it confirmed. All right, so I'm going to go with a pool of a movie I really enjoy watching. That's what I try to do for my choices, movies that I really have a fun time with. So we are going to go with, let's take a look here. Demolition Man. Woo! Yay, a newer kind of Arrow release. But oh my gosh, you talk about a quality disc here. I tell you, this has everything. So this does have the Dolby Atmos track, which sounds really cool too, especially with the different environments they go through. You really get to hear kind of the different noises if you have the proper setup. You got the HDR, you got the Dolby Vision. So it's a very colorful movie. Everything pops really nicely. Very crisp, very clean, but super fun movie. Like I said, I can watch this any night and just have a good time with it. You got Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, great action moments. You even have Sandra Bullock in here. So very entertaining. Some comedy in there as well, like the seashells. Like, what do you do with the seashells? I just love those moments. And not only that, Arrow has this kind of cool technology they've been doing in some of their releases. They did it in Conan as well. But the seamless branching technology where you can go basically seamlessly to different cuts of the movie. So they actually have the Taco Bell edition, but also the International Pizza Hut edition, which just changed a little bit of the movie because, you know, if you know the famous scenes where they go to the restaurant, it's really funny. But yeah, I love the different editions of this movie. It's approved by the director as well. It's a brand new 4K restoration. You have a ton of audio commentaries on here. I mean, the list goes on and on. You have tons of new interviews in here. Like they go over the makeup effects. They go over the different editions of the movie, why they did the Taco Bell and Pizza Hut edition. You get a 60-page bound collector's book in here featuring newly commissioned artwork.
That's not a disc, I don't think. That's not a disc.
I'm just throwing it in there, just a little sprinkle on top there. But yeah, so the disc itself, once again, if we're just focusing on the disc toe-to-toe, this beats your disc because, once again, better audio track, simple as that. But yeah, I mean, it just has everything. So, I mean, you can look at all the special features. It's tons and tons and tons there that they're able to really fit into this. And it's a bunch of new stuff too. So it's not like recycled stuff over and over again. And this is the best we've ever seen and heard Demolition Man. I mean, you look at this compared to like streaming it, and it's a night and day difference. So this really benefited from the Dolby Atmos track and the HDR and Dolby Vision. So yeah, absolute a must pick up for kind of cult classic superhero action fans.
This is the toughest one so far.
I agree with you, I like both of them.
Yeah, this is going to be really tough for me.
And I will say the Babadook does have really cool additions, and I've seen that one re-release different times where Demolition Man, like this was a celebration time because we didn't know if this was going to get a really cool 4K treatment. Like if a studio just did a standard release, oh my gosh, like that would have been a bummer. Arrow gave this the best treatment. So really love Arrow did that.
But when I heard Second Sight got the Babadook, I knew that sucker was going to pop phenomenally on 4K, and they absolutely did not disappoint on that.
But they disappointed on the audio track.
But that's what 4Ks are best for. They're black and white and the gray. Like that's like the texture of that. I mean, that's the point. The Blu-ray, I think, looks better in terms of color if we're talking color, and I think 4Ks are usually better when it comes to black and white and gray. And so horror movies look incredible like that.
Side note, unrelated, but if you do like the Babadook, another fantastic film by Jennifer Kent is The Nightingale, and it is one of the most brutal revenge films you'll ever see.
And no one ever talks about it, Vin. It
talks about it.
Also
that's on Second Sight as well.
Yeah, I have it. Oh, somewhere else.
All right, judges, we got an answer. 1, 2, 3, reveal.
Oh, thank
Yay!
Damn, Johnny, what the hell?
That was a good round.
Really quick. I know that Arrow video lost. I just want to plug in some great Arrow videos that I thought I was going to see.
We're not done yet, Frank.
I'm just saying really quick,
Yeah,
man.
we're not
Hey.
Don't spoil one that I got.
We might pull that.
It's Frank's name for a judge. I don't remember.
Yeah.
We might pull that title.
Oh no!
All right.
Okay,
Let's change it up here for the third round. Let's see, Steve. I don't think you've gone first, right?
I haven't won either.
That's okay.
What's the score at right now?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Not good.
Yeah, second sight with 6 points, Arrow to 3 points.
Okay.
Wow.
Jake, have you gone first yet?
I haven't, no, and I haven't matched up against Steve, so I can go back to back.
Oh, no.
That I think works. Wait, have I gone against Jordan yet?
Yeah, the first round.
I did. Okay.
Yeah.
That works then. Okay, so third round. Once again, now we're at 3 points each, so it's still anybody's game here. We're looking at box sets, collections, sequels, all that fun stuff. I mean, really, kind of the value with how many movies you get here. So yeah, third round, 3 points. We will switch it over now back to Arrow to start off this round. So, Steve, you ready?
I'm ready. Well,
all right.
All right. So I've got I think for me, this is like a top 10 Brian De Palma film. It's called Carlito's Way. This has a great packaging. This has like a 4K and a Blu-ray with it.
Wait, Steve. Before you do that, I will remind the teams you can tag in twice the whole game if you want. Steve, are you confident with your choice, or would you like to tag somebody in? Your choice.
Mike is not confident.
He doesn't like my choice.
He's not confident anymore.
No, Mike. No.
He's like, are you sure? I don't know.
Yeah, otherwise he would have brought it up.
It's up to you, Steve. I'll let you call it.
I tell you, see that?
Somebody have a better choice? Do you have somebody have a better one?
I think I have at least a box set.
If you want to go, Mike, go ahead.
Jeff might have some box sets too. I don't know, Jeff. Do you have some good box sets there? Oh, yeah. Jeff isn't confident either. Okay, shoot. You know what? Whatever. I'll jump in. I'll jump in.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'll jump in. I feel fine with this. Okay, so let's go with this. And this is a good little combo because we were just talking about the seamless branching technology. So, of course, we got to have this awesome, big, chunky Conan Chronicles set. So I absolutely love this set. You're getting 2 movies in here that are super fun. So you got Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. Really nice. Once again, you have all of that there with a booklet and tons of goodies inside. But once again, you get the different versions of the movie. And there's like 3 different versions to the movie, but they do seamless branching. So once again, you don't have to plug in a new disc. Like some other labels, they'll make you plug in a whole nother disc to get a different cut of the movie. For this, you don't have to do that. You just pick the one you want, rolls in nice seamlessly. So it's really cool. So even more editions than the Demolition Man, which is really awesome. But once again, the movies look great because they're 4K. They got the Dolby Vision, the HDR, the Atmos, all that fun stuff. Very crisp, very clean looking. These really pop too. So the 4Ks just make them look almost brand new, like they were filmed the other day. So I really like that. And once again, very fun, entertaining movies. I can watch these any night. I mean, just to see this amazing cast. I mean, Arnold truly is like Conan the Barbarian. And to see the interviews he had here where he's like, he really had to train to get this role. And he actually had to like drop some weight. So he had to do like swimming and stuff. I'm like, this is just fascinating. So tons of interviews in here, tons of audio commentaries. I mean, this thing, once again, like I said, it is jam-packed. I mean, that's even more special features than Demolition Man. That's like double the special features. And Demolition Man had a ton. So Conan Chronicles set even has more than that. So that's really cool. Hours, days you're going to spend on this. Like I said, 2 really cool movies together in a nice, really cool box set. And also the artwork is different. So I love the box set artwork on the front. But when you take it out too, like I said, it's different artwork. So you're going to get different artwork, classic kind of theatrical artwork on the inside for both of those movies, right? Which is very cool. And then, like I said, you get all the tons of goodies, which really makes the box set. Throwing in the posters, you get like 2 different posters in here. You get booklets in here. You get a big, thick booklet. Oh my gosh, this is so heavy to take out. Ooh, look at that. Look at that nice booklet. And ooh, I know you want to see Arnold right there. Look at that. Woo! For the ladies right there. Enjoy. Ooh, okay. But yeah, really nice facts and pictures in here as well. But that's what I want to see out of a box set. I want to see multiple movies. I don't think Second Sight has a lot of box sets of multiple movies, but it is the whole franchise here for Conan, which is great. Like I said, they fit so many goodies into this actual box set that it's really darn impressive. And you can separate it too, which is nice with the books in between if you want to do it that way. But, you know, it's up to your preference. But like I said, this box set is a thing of beauty. Shiny, looks nice when you pull it off. Looks really nice with the spine, with the gold. You can see both the titles there. Really nice font, really nice red, black coloring there with the Arrow logo. So no matter what you look at, outside, backside, inside of this box, beautiful perfection box set. I'm done.
Good one, though. Yeah, that's a
All right,
great
Jake,
movie.
All right.
All right.
One more great movie.
I said I don't own a lot of big beefy box sets from Second Sight, but for movies that I love, I do. Second Sight, better than any other boutique label out there, they put out encyclopedic editions. Like this will be the definitive edition of whatever movie this is. Umbrella came out with this release as well, only on Blu-ray. When The Hitcher was announced on 4K, dear God, I had to add this sucker to it quickly because I'd never seen the movie before. I got the Umbrella version. I don't double dip that often on very expensive sets like this. The Hitcher is one of them. I love the artwork on this set. It flows like no other. Thanks for making me a big screen again, Mike. Appreciate it. And not only that, it is absolutely packed with content. It's packed with special features. They put unique special features in here as well as like a podcast episode with Rutger Hauer talking about the movie, which I feel like more people need to take those as supplemental materials because they're out there in the ether already. Love the continuous shot on the case. Normally these jewel cases, I'm not the biggest fan of. This one, when the artwork just goes so seamlessly, I absolutely love. Comes with a 4K and a Blu-ray. The 4K 100 gigabyte disc, once again, looks absolutely phenomenal. I know that Mike was talking about his beefy box or beefy book. Look at this sucker. Look at this hardbound book. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm not a big book guy, but when they look this nice, it's always nice to have in the collection for people who do like to read. Again, I like to watch my supplemental materials, and there's so much to dig your teeth into on this set. C. Thomas Howell goes and digs in deep in his interview. It's lengthy, very informative. But then you get a secondary book, people. You get the screenplay of The Hitcher, again, with different artwork on here. Same artist, different artwork. I love that. I hate when releases continuously like put the same artwork. Like, oh, hey, you know this artwork that you get on your box set? Let's put it on a poster. I don't care. I want different artwork on everything. And this release gives you exactly that. Love it so much. Like this movie so much. Character cards, once again, you can give or take. But again, it's differentiating artwork on here, which is always a plus for me. The Conan box set, I would much prefer the individual box sets that they did. The Conan Chronicles, like I feel like Arrow Video just made up that terminology. There's two movies. Of course, I don't know. That always was a big nitpick for me in that box set. I would much prefer the black standalone Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer. For me, pound for pound, this is one of the best box sets that Second Sight has ever done, and I'm very happy to own the collection.
Not only that, but Arrow chose the worst of the two artworks to feature on the front of their box set. I don't know why they did
we
that.
We do have the alternative artwork when you pull out the cases, so that's extra artwork, so that's irrelevant. But also, when we're looking at this, we're looking at box sets, collections, sequels. That was only one movie. So is it really a box set? Is it really a collection, a sequel? And
you don't call this a box set?
I'm going to say that is a collection. I will say it's an incomplete collection because you don't even have the original and remake together. You could have done that to make it more of a complete.
It's the ultimate collector's set for the Hitcher
movie.
The round says box sets, which is a box set, and then it says sequels, which is more than one film. So it could be either or.
Which also, it's not a box set, it's not a collection, and it's not
took away the fourth thing, Mike, by the way, that also makes that in this category. You took away the fourth thing. There was four things there. Like it's all about. I can't remember what it was. Souvenirs, memorabilia. I think you said something along that, like that.
Oh
line.
yeah,
like,
that was for the franchise film.
Creativity
yeah,
and
I mean,
value.
the same exact concept though. Like the screenplay is a souvenir, right? Where this is like that's exactly what that is. It's a part of the whole thing. It's even if it is just one box set in this one movie, that's just what it is. Like it's.
I will say though that Arrow did not make that up. They've called it the Conan Chronicles ever since they first came out on DVD together. So that wasn't an Arrow thing. I just wanted to say that because
no, that's all good. That's new knowledge to me. It always bugged me. Again, when it comes to Arrow Video, makes very great box sets just for their standalone movies. And for me, like a 2-movie box set just seems a little redundant. I guess I would much rather have both movies in 2 different boxes.
But that is a complete box set. And like I said, they did provide.
Oh, it actually doesn't have the Jason Momoa remake there, Mike, so it's not complete.
Hey, you're the one who was pulling a standalone title. You know how to throw that
remake
out
card.
there.
What are you
know
talking
how
about?
to throw that out there. Well, I'm just saying, when you're looking at a collection and value, I mean, come on, 2 movies, complete collection. So I'm just saying. All right, judges, we'll leave it to you guys. All right, got an answer? 1, 2, 3, reveal.
You want to talk about value? You can resell that for a lot more than the Conan Chronicles. I'm just saying that because that's also part of the thing that's missing is creativity and value on there. So anyway.
Oh, do I see it behind you there too, Frank? Look at that. Coincidence there, huh?
it's behind a few of us.
Yeah, I think both of those Arnold films getting the 4K treatment in a box set, like he was just coming into this country, immigrating in, and from his bodybuilding career, and those were some of his earlier roles where he like kind of like propelled into the zeitgeist of becoming Arnold Schwarzenegger, and those films are just so special in so many ways. So to have them together in 4K, that's why I voted the way I did.
I would also have to add that Rutger plays one of the best villains in any movie ever, dude. He is scary in that movie.
I'm glad this release exists because it puts it back on the radar for so many people. It's such a phenomenal film. I love it.
And they like pushed it back like 5-6 times because of how much work they were putting into it.
Yeah.
And like to me, that's a positive, not a negative. Like that's like I want you to take the.
I actually heard about The Hitcher being done before I ever knew who Second Sight was. I was following them because of The Hitcher and then found out they did a whole bunch of other movies. But I followed them for like 3 years because they originally was just going to do The Hitcher on Blu-ray, and they changed. They pivoted to doing a 4K scan about halfway through the process.
You're like the biggest Hitcher fan that I know, Jeff. So FYI.
Yeah, he talks about The Hitcher a lot. And
I love
you
that
can
movie.
still get that box set, that Hitcher
can.
box set. Still, can't you?
It's like the most common Second Sight to get, but
I think
cares?
it's probably the best
You
thing they've ever done. So
Yeah,
it's up there.
It's definitely
I know for a
top five.
fact you can't get the Conan ones, individually. You can't get those box sets. So yeah, that's pretty much value to me. That's why I chose The Hitcher.
All right, Jeff.
All right, so we got to do box set. I got that. Got collection. It's many sequels in here. The creativity and then the value, because there's like many movies in here. But the creativity, we got a toy box and we got the Chucky box. So we get all 7 films together. We get the newest cuts of all the films in there. They all match. The box slides open just like a nice toy box. Each of the movies all uniformly match their movies. The first 3 movies have posters. So the Child's Play trilogy has posters. The Chucky quadrilogy does not. But they all have their discs, and they all have matching discs and artwork and posters, and you get a lot of bang for buck here because you also get the documentary Living with Chucky as well. So when this came out, you literally got every single thing that was considered a Chucky related film. I think there might be one more documentary out since this box set came out that might encompass more of the TV show. But we're talking about movies. So everything for this film franchise is in here in a very unique box. And I have the book too. It comes with a really nice book. Let me grab that book. And if you know how to do it, it doesn't bend. Everybody complains about the book being bent. Look at that. My book is perfectly straight. If you know how to put it back in the box, it actually all fits correctly. So people complain about that online, but that's not really an issue for this. There's behind the scenes and essays on all 7 films in the set. They talk about all the cuts. They give the credit to Scream Factory. So if you like Scream Factory's work, you're going to get their work on that they put into the films as well. You just get it in a really nice, more cohesive box set with, I don't know, every special feature I've ever seen for any of the films. So I think that hits all the marks. It gives you your the best bang for buck out of any Chucky set they've ever made. And it's not very expensive either. It only runs about $120 on its list price day.
But if you do want to get a complete true collection, you have to jump over to Scream Factory to get Child's Play in 4K, because that only has Child's Play on Blu-ray.
But that's no one's fault but MGM. So you can complain to MGM. They've had that issue since 1992. Since Child's Play 2 come out, Child's Play 1 is never attached to the rest of the franchise. So that's not a problem with Arrow. That's a problem with the franchise, and it always has been. Everywhere in the entire world.
We got it done.
Problem with the box set that's presented here, though, because that's in there.
I mean, the film's still there. You can watch the film. The film is still there. It's all there. And only if you're a 4K snob does it really matter.
I don't know if you can call it definitive.
Yeah. The film itself is still there.
You're going after your judges there, Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying it's a complete set here.
I'm not surprised that Jeff pulled out the toy box.
It was released too late. Scream did it first, and they just housed it in a box and resold it.
Yeah, for a way more affordable price for the collector. And it's a lot more enticing than all of that shelf space that the Scream Factories take up with all those extra slip covers that who really needs all these extra slip covers. You get everything you need. It's all matching. And so what? You can buy a 4K disc to swap it out if you're really that particular about it. But I love the franchise, and I have never worried about it. So because it's all watchable and complete.
I get why you pulled. I mean, I get why you pulled it, though. I know it's kind of negative, but like to have it all housed in one box is cool.
And it is pretty cool. It has Living with Chucky. I think that's pretty cool.
All right, Jordan, you're up.
Okay. So I know the big kind of debate is, does the Second Sight have true collection, or like, more than one movies in one box set? And they do. But I'm going to go with this one here. We're going to talk about the Ginger Snaps trilogy. Now, this one, you are getting all 3 films on Blu-ray. It's a beautiful box, by the way. What's really cool with this is on these, not only are you getting obviously the 3 films on Blu-ray, every single one of them they brought the director back for every single one for each of the films. So you got brand new interviews. There's all 3 right there. And I would say you are pretty hard pressed to find Ginger Snaps 2 and 3 in print anywhere else. This is really, I think, the only place you can get it. You guys, someone out there probably can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's a Ginger Snaps 2, and it's like a maybe a Japanese or Chinese label, but at least accessible for us. And I think that is still in print today. You can get all 3 here. Value wise, you are getting a great value. I actually did look this up. So this is $51.99. So that puts it to $17.33 a movie. That's incredible. That's a really good price. On top of, you're getting some really nice artwork, very cohesive. The red, just theming throughout. Then this is for you. You are getting art cards. You're getting a nice booklet here with some more great artwork. That's not, like Jake said, is not just copy and pasted artwork throughout the whole set. They're actually coming out with new artwork for each of their releases. But that's that's one thing I don't hear a lot of people talk about this, but I think it's a great release because you are getting the entire collection of the Ginger Snaps trilogy in here. There you go. And again, you're going to be hard pressed to find the other Ginger Snaps 2 and 3 in print anywhere else except through Second Sight. And at $17.33 a movie, I mean, that's a really good deal with brand new special features as well on each disc. And on films that some people say they're not that great, Second Sight's still going to give you that value on each of those subsequent movies.
That's what I was going to ask you, Jordan. I've seen Ginger Snaps, but I have not seen the sequels. In your honest opinion, I mean, are they any good at all?
They're okay. I mean,
I like the first one.
Frank, I don't want to hear your opinion. I see you up there. Look, as collectors, we like to have complete sets, and I think that's what we're going after. Is collection.
Some collectors.
Okay, well, touche. But I will say, if you want to get the full set, the one and done, get all of them.
If 2 and 3 are bad films, do you want it?
Yeah, because look at the artwork and the special features you get with this.
Well, purely artwork and special features, you would want bad films.
Sure.
And the price too, Jeff. How many movies did you say was in your collection?
There's 7 movies in a documentary, and they're saying in the chat that it's under $80.
So
that's
price
less than
drop to
$10
$77 for that many movies. That's cheaper than these Blu-ray Ginger.
Even if you had to go and you bought the 4K to replace the disc, you're still going to come out cheaper per movie.
Yeah,
and you get better movies, in my opinion. But
I don't know. You can pay me again to watch half those Chucky.
I was going to say, when you're going into Seed and all that stuff, it's getting a little.
Yeah, but even if you throw out half of them, still the half that is there is better than Ginger Snaps 2 and 3.
Hey, I'm just saying the other ones, these other two, you can't get. You can only get in here. You can readily get the other Child's Play movies, but we're talking about collections here. We're not talking about whether they're good or bad. We're talking about the complete collection.
Well, you guys brought up value as a big selling point, so we are talking about value. All right, judges, we got an answer. All right, 1, 2, 3, reveal.
Oh, thank God.
Fair enough. No, I do agree with you, the judges, on that one. That Chucky set, you can't beat it.
I saw GC in the chat talking about the price, and then Jordan brought it up like, "Oh, fuck, let's not do that."
Hey, well, actually, you can get it cheaper. Movie to 10 over at the movie room, or Jake or Frank's discount.
There's a couple of them in here.
Yeah. Also, I think, again, depending on how the film is, it's all subjective, man. The taste and everything. For me, want the collection. That's the collection for the Ginger Snaps trilogy. That's the collection of Chucky. I just like the Arrow Video release of Chucky better than Second Sights, and also that documentary is added on there, and that's a huge perk.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, I do have a question for you, Jordan. Are those Region B Blu-rays or region free?
It's a good question. I didn't even
the Region B, if I remember right.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't say on the discs, but I am pretty sure they are.
I think they're locked. Even the Blair Witch set that we talked about earlier, that's locked. You can't watch that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that whole discussion between that or the imprint. Or
that's not a part. That's not a part of the that can't be a part of the conversation, anyways, because Second Sight is so Region B
UK based.
I was wondering for whether or not I should go and look for the Ginger Snap set myself. I was just curious. So
yeah, I mean, so to be fair though, and I know we obviously didn't play any of those, but Second Sight does put out region free stuff.
From time to time. It's awesome when they do.
They do have some, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do it more often, Second Sight.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, it's those rights, man.
All right. So for my submission here for Arrow, this awesome box set, we're going to go with the Hellraiser Quartet of Torment
Finally,
box set.
somebody
I
pulled
love
it.
having the first
Yeah.
4 Hellraiser movies. I love how you kind of have the square cutouts here with the pinhead as well. Very nice cover. But I mean, you got so much stuff in this thing. I mean, just looking at the side, you do get a massive book. It almost feels like a second sight release, right? Because you do get a big giant encyclopedia in here if you want one. And then, of course, you get the 4 movies that are in like a really cool kind of slip case. Being very gentle with it because I don't want to damage it. But you get like a slip cover case with this, and it's like a digibook too, which is really cool. But you see the face, which kind of goes nicely with the outer box cut out right there. So that's very cool. You basically take off the slip cover. So you got a box, you got a slip cover, and then of course you see the final kind of like skull image right here. Very cool with the blood splatter. Also on the back, very cool as well with the box puzzle. That's very significant to the movie. But then you fold it out. It's really nice too when you fold it out as well. But then you got even more like sayings and quotes on the inside. And then you can fold it out even more. And then, of course, you got all the disc as well inside. Very nice coloring to it, too. But yeah, you got the main 4 Hellraiser movies. I like that they just included these 4 Hellraiser movies because the Hellraiser movies made after, actually, they weren't originally supposed to be Hellraiser movies. They kind of took the script, later added a little bit of Pinhead in, and then basically called it Hellraiser to try to sell them for the most part. So this is the 4 core original movies. I like all the movies to some extent. The first one I really like. A lot of people love the second one. But this has a ton of stuff in here too. So not only the big giant box and casing and the 4 discs, like I said, you do get the booklet, big nice thick booklet as well. You have a ton of special features here. So just to show you guys here, the J card, you have tons of new special features for every single disc and every single movie. They got new audio commentaries, new featurettes, new interviews. Even in that first disc, you get a brand new 60-minute discussion, which is basically a documentary at that point. Like I learned so much about the Hellraiser franchise, Clive Barker, his writings and everything like that. So it really educated me on the whole horror genre, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, tons of special features. They even put in the archival stuff too, so you're not missing out on any of that. But when you talk about kind of what this round is, as we said, we have everything here. It's a box set, has collection, it's a nice collectible set, looks nice on the shelf. And when you pull off the shelf, you got the core sequels in there. And you have value because I actually picked this up when it got super cheap on Amazon for about $60. So I was able to pick this up 4 movies for that value because, I never buy day one. I wait a little bit. But yeah, so I got it super cheap and that was a ton of value to this box set. So, I mean, just ask yourself, would you buy this for like $60?
And
It is missing 6 movies
value.
though.
A big
But
value
again,
also
those
is that
weren't
part
originally
3.
Hellraiser movies. They were scripts that then shoehorn Hellraiser.
Yeah.
But they were released Hellraiser movies.
You did give the Hitcher some crap because it didn't throw
remake
in
wasn't in there.
The remake wasn't in there.
You
So
didn't
would
even
have loved
have
to see
any
And there is a
sequel
Hitcher
in the
too.
Hitcher. You had
And the
zero
Hitcher
sequels
too.
of the Hitcher.
There is an official Hitcher too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
you didn't even have that in there?
And this is
I
of the other 6 movies.
I would have loved to see the Hulu remake of Hellraiser in there because that's a phenomenal film and only stuck on streaming. Out of any of the movies, that would have been nice to have in there as like a cherry on top.
And
I
until
could see
this,
Arrow
until
doing
this
that in
box
the
set,
future.
part 3 was stuck on DVD.
Yeah.
At least in the US. So
And part 3 is fun too. I really like part 3 as well. Hell on Earth, I thought was really cool. So.
Doing 4 movies in a 9-movie franchise is definitely a choice.
Hey, it's better than the 1 movie choice. Better than the Hitcher choice. But once again, the 4Ks all look amazing. Super sharp, super clean. The audio tracks sound great with the music. The music's really good. And the Hellraiser movies, just totally atmospheric. So benefited from the 4K as well. So
I mean, to be fair, there's like 12 Star Wars movies, and some people just pick 3.
Yeah. So if I have to choose Hellraiser movies, like these are the 4 I'm going with.
Mike, do they have Atmos?
Let me check. It sounds like they
Nope.
do because it sounds so
Pop
good. But
Nope.
it just has the 5.1. But like you guys were saying yourself,
Oh man, no Atmos.
you guys
That's
were
wrong,
saying
Mike.
yourself that
Movies. I
sometimes-
want to be fully
don't
immersed
prefer it,
in
so.
Atmos.
Throw that
Hey,
set
I
right in
would
the
have
trash,
loved it
Mike.
too. I would have loved some Atmos. But once again, these are the best these movies ever looked and sounded in a nice box set collection.
No,
So.
they sounded about the same, actually. They look great.
I don't know. They
Sound about
sounded
the
good
same.
on my 4K player and setup, so sounded a lot better than the DVD. I'll tell you that. But Nate, what do you got?
Okay. So as Jordan said, there aren't really that many box sets that have multiple movies that Second Sight puts out. There's another one coming out really soon. I wish I had the Pusher trilogy in front of me, but that's an amazing release that I'm excited about. Obviously, it hasn't come out, but it's cool to finally come out on Blu-ray. First of all, but this definitive edition, we're talking box sets. That's what this entire thing's about. Is about a box set, and that's what is the name of this category. So this is the definitive edition of this particular film. There's a lot of releases of this movie, but this is the best, and that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And this right here is, like I said, the definitive edition of this movie. Again, and I think this is actually the first movie that they put out with a full making of. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like a full making of behind the scenes, did the 2-hour kind of like the Blair Witch Project, kind of like The Hitcher, where they actually put a full length feature film documentary on the remaking this movie. But there's also 5 commentaries on here, which is an insane. If you're talking about a value, you're getting all the commentaries that exist pretty much for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre if you want. On top of the fact that it also comes with a booklet. Now this is the out of print one, so if you are talking about price, you won't get the book, but you can still get the movie on 4K and on Blu-ray, and it's still readily available. So you get all the special features that are still here. You just miss out on the book. But that being said, the book itself is another definitive thing that they put out, and it's also a beautiful one as well. There's all of the images for what Mr. Toby Hooper put on the wall, right? I can't show you that one, but there are fantastic essays in here and fantastic new artwork that is in here. But again, going with box sets, that's what this whole thing's about. Is it's about this box set that comes with this booklet, these art cards, this amazing 3-disc right there. Look at that. That is just an iconic release right here. And the amount of stuff that this comes with is kind of unreal. You could spend an entire day watching this content. So if we're talking about how much stuff you can get for value, this is the definitive edition. And I know there's a lot of different people who have different opinions about different transfers. This is still the best transfer. If you like the other ones, this is the preference choice, but most people prefer this.
It doesn't come with the plastic chainsaw, but that box set is pretty dang good.
But it also has Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision.
Oh yeah, and also has
yeah, but not coming with the plastic chainsaw is a benefit.
That's why I said it.
But yeah, so many different editions of that movie have been released. It's like every other month they announce a new edition, and that movie also has a lot of sequels in that franchise, and you have none of the sequels in there. So is it really truly a collection? One movie, once again, just one movie. And some people like the steelbook better. Some people like the cool slipcover artwork they did with that 4K slipcover release. So, I mean, you really get a lot of difference of opinions on what is the definitive edition. So maybe some people like that edition the best. Some people like the other editions better. So it's very controversial of a choice. But once again, it's one movie. How much value is that? You're really paying for the books. And I don't super love the artwork. It's fine. But I think some of the other releases have better artwork personally. So yeah, in terms of value for the price, I think what I got mine priced at just give you more value, more movies. So,
would you want the definitive edition of one of the best horror movies of all time, or 4 films out of a 10-film franchise in one box set?
So once again, it is not clear that that is the definitive edition. Some people may have it as their favorite. I've heard other people say they had different favorite releases of that one. Whereas this, like Hellraiser 3, that was a big jump up from DVD, right?
I'll tell you that Quartet of Torment is not the definitive edition, because the Blu-ray, the what was it? The I have it up there. I can't. The Scarlet Box has stuff in there and additional features, stuff that comes with that release that they did not put in the Quartet of Torment. However, this one, I don't think there's anything that's in this. There might be one or two, I'm not sure, but I don't think there's really anything in the second sight release that is not on something else. Like they literally have everything together.
But once again, we're talking about value. We care mostly
That's
about
the value
movies
right there.
here on this channel. So once again, like I said, there's a lot of options there with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Way less options for these Hellraiser movies. And once again, I mean, just look at the packaging. Even if you just carry the box, all the different layers of artwork you had pulling this out. You had the box art, you had the slip cover, you had the digibook. So you had every kind of packaging in this box set here, which is really nice. A slip case cover pull out too there, and the fancy book. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the value is here. This is going to please more collectors overall.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, that's a beautiful set, and I think everybody on the bottom of the screen is trying to make their case, but you can't deny how beautiful that box set is. It's fantastic.
All right,
and
let's get
honestly,
to the
like, do we need the other 6 Hellraisers? I don't need them. Like, I just want the ones that are halfway decent, which is like the first couple.
First 3 are great.
All right, ready, judges? 1, 2, 3, reveal.
Thank God. What do we want?
The box set's a beaut, Mike. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I just love that I got it cheap and I like waited, so I was very happy with that.
More often than not, it pays to wait unless it sells out.
Also, I do think that Texas Chainsaw Edition is the definitive version. Without a doubt. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Also,
no
There's no
chainsaw.
competition there.
Chainsaw's a fucking
Then
joke.
they had that like truck edition, right? Like there was that one truck one.
Yeah.
Blu-ray,
Yeah. That's really
I was
cool.
reading somewhere you can buy the
I remember
actual,
truck coming out one time.
you can buy the actual real chainsaw that was used in the movie cheaper than that edition from Dark Sky Films was when it released.
I'd believe it.
Well, random. I don't know how rare this one is, but this is the only 4K version of Texas Chainsaw I have in my collection. It's this one from Turbine.
Yeah, I have that one as well.
I love the artwork on this.
Great
one.
artwork. Yeah.
They made 4 different variations of that movie, different artwork design.
I think 3. Maybe 4.
Yeah, you can look it up, but there's like 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure. Regardless,
the store exclusive. That's what they normally do.
That's what it was. Yeah. So fantastic. And Turbine was the first one to have that Dolby Atmos. And if you look at it, there's like 8 different audio choices. I want to say it's ludicrous, man. So yeah, that came out like 3 years, I want to say, prior to Second Sight's 4K.
All right, awesome. Well, great job, teams. We are at a tie. So it's actually 9-9. Wow. Arrow made a little bit of a comeback with those 3-pointers there. So, yeah, I mean, very important round this last round here. 4th round, we now have best overall. What represents your boutique? But let's go ahead and change it up here. Let's see. Let me go middle here. I feel like Jeff should start right there. That feels right. Let's see. Jake started other time. Does that work?
Yeah,
that's fine. I think we've all faced each other, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right, awesome. So we got 4th round, best overall. What represents your boutique label? Why should people buy your boutique label? All right, so we'll put it over to Second Sight to start this round. So Jordan, you are up.
Well, Second Sight, what can you say? We all know this was coming up. We all know this was going to be brought out, but I got to play it. We're going to be bringing out the Dawn of the Dead. This is now, Jake was holding up the other one. This was so popular and everyone wanted it so much that they brought out a smaller release. Still has all the amazing stuff with it. Now, why does this represent Second Sight? Well, for one, Dawn of the Dead is one of the hardest titles for any label to really put out because the people who own it, right? Second Sight got it done. And man, when they did it, they are going to give you everything that they could possibly give you with this release. You have just about every single in this, I mean, amazing artwork. This is a top loader, as you can see. And I mean, come on, guys. Look at the amount of stuff you're getting in this. I mean, this is ridiculous. Now, why I think this represents Second Sight is because they put the utmost respect in everything they do, every release. They are going to make sure that anything you buy from them, you are going to buy with confidence, whether it be the supplemental stuff that comes with it, the transfer, the quality of release, everything. You are going to be getting what you pay for. In this, you are getting this amazing, incredible artwork back there. Okay. You're also getting on 4K, you're getting the theatrical, you're getting the extended, the Kane's cut, the Argento cut, which is a little shorter, but it's got a completely different score. And I believe Goblin did that score. Yeah. And then you have the Blu-ray right here, which is all of your special features. Okay. That's just the first part of this, this amazing release. In here, you're also getting, well, some more great artwork right there. You are getting 3 different soundtracks with this. You're getting the original soundtrack from Goblin. You're getting this one right here. I don't know what link, I can't pronounce that, but you get that one right there. And and this is part 2 of that soundtrack right here. So you're getting all of that. Also, you're getting this book right here, George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead, the novel. So you're getting all of that as well. And then you're also getting Dawn of the Dead, Dissecting the Dead, a nice hardback book right here with all of different write-ups, stuff about the film. Check that out. Artwork. I mean, this is the definitive edition. And if memory serves me correctly, this was their very first 4K they've ever done. Incredible release. They did come out with the smaller version. So it doesn't have all of this stuff, but as far as the features and everything, you're getting all of that. And like I keep saying, the reason I think this represents Second Sight is because they give the utmost respect to all these films, especially a film like Dawn of the Dead. They are going to give you everything you could ever want with this release. Now, like I said, unfortunately, if you missed out on this, they still got you covered with another release.
Yeah, nothing unfortunate about it. It's crazy that a standard release still has 4 discs, 3 4Ks, 1 Blu-ray. Like, I am okay with this.
And they even cater to the people who were non 4K people. They brought out this same release, but with all Blu-ray discs. So they cater to everybody. So that's my pick for what represents the overall release that represents a company like Second Sight would be Dawn of the Dead.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
Okay. So that's a really hard one to go against because, it is a good box set. But Second Sight does that with horror films, and they're just now starting to dip into comedy and other genre. But it's basically a horror film. Everything that Jordan said about that box set, you can say about Arrow as well. But Arrow goes across many different genres. You can say with confidence that if Arrow announces they're going to release your favorite film, no matter genre, it's going to be good. And a good proof of that was The Warriors. And The Warriors sold out so quick. It has an edition on this film that hadn't been seen for over 20 years, almost 20 years. The director's original theater cut had been pulled from, I guess, some kind of rights, and it finally got released back into this edition. It's so much so that it's touted on here that it includes the original theater cut with a new interview with the director Walter Hill talking about the importance of bringing the theatrical cut back. And then if you do like the 2005 edition, it's in here as well because they give you every bit of your favorite film. And when they do that, they also give you your nice box. You get your slip cover, you get your case in here with your book and all that. And if you're not all about 4K, but you still wanted to upgrade and get the theater film, they did this set in Blu-ray as well. So they do the same thing a second sight when they give all collectors an option. They give the Blu-ray and the 4K, and a lot of times in the big box as well. You get your big books with all your retrospectives and essays and pictures and credits. They always come through with really nice posters, but they like to make sure that they give you like the original cover art as well as the new commissioned art, so that way you get to choose, and the new artists get respect as well as the classic artist. And then when you go in there and you go all the way down into your regular case, they give you your original artwork, but they also give you your reversible artwork as well. And like I said, I'm going to stress this again. It doesn't matter what the genre is. It can be a coming of age movie. It could be a horror movie. It could be a comedy. If Arrow announces they're taking care of your film, they're taking care of your film, and they're giving you like this is stickers and like window decals. We got your art cards, whatever, we've already talked about that. Everybody has the art cards, but window stickers and decals, you don't see those every day. And then they like I said, they always put really nice artwork on their discs and everything too. But they respect your favorite film no matter the genre or the age of the film, and they're going to give you that respect on whichever format you want, whether it's Blu-ray or 4K, because they still respect both formats.
Well, Second Sight has been doing more than just horror films for a long time. Flight of the Navigator is far from a horror film, and it's a Disney film. So be hard to find a Disney film that has a really nice boutique release.
I just got Wall-E on Criterion.
I said hard to find.
Flight of Navigator's not hard to
Dawn of
find.
the Dead. I have to say, 3 different cuts of this classic film is great to have. What's also great, again, supplemental materials on the discs. This has 2 feature-length documentaries about this film. One of them is called Document of the Dead, 85 minutes, and The Dead Will Walk, 80 minutes. There's also a walkthrough of the mall itself, which is going to become even more important when they bulldoze it later this year and turn it into a Walmart. Like, I'm still sad that that's happening, and it's archived in here to show what it looked like 5 years ago.
All right, judges, we got an answer. All right, 1, 2, 3, reveal.
It's hard to go up against Dawn.
It's really hard to go against Dawn.
Yeah,
that is like a holy grail. Like for a lot of people.
Honestly, that
Jake
box
is really
set, it's not even one of the best Second Sight box sets. It's just one of the best 4K box sets we've gotten as a collector.
Yeah, but what Jake said, I actually didn't know that was official, and fuck those people, man. I swear to God.
Is it official that they lost it and it's good?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah,
that's
they're trying to fight it, but I mean the land is already sold to Walmart, so there's not a lot they can do.
Yeah, I know over here, one of our longest running malls got destroyed, Lloyd Center Mall. And so, that's just sucks, man. Especially an iconic mall for an iconic movie, not just a horror movie, but a movie in general. So, man.
All right, Nate, you're up.
Utterly sad.
All right. So we're talking about a definitive film that would represent Second Sight, or just the boutique that we're going with. But the film that I have right here is another definitive edition of a release, and I think that is a really important thing to focus on with Second Sight, because they only put out like maybe a release 1 or 2 a month, which I think is actually a really, really good thing for the collector, especially with so many things that are out there right now. The fact that you're getting only like maybe a title or 2 from them is actually pretty economical. On top of the fact that these movies are super well cared and well curated enough to where it takes them years, like we talked about The Hitcher earlier, a film that took them years to do, and I would rather have them spend the time to get to that spot. Now, the director I'm talking about is going to be Robert Eggers, and I'm going to talk about Twitch, which is why I have this shirt on.
Right.
Because it is one of my favorite films of all time. It's actually the film that I would argue got me really into horror. I liked horror, but I didn't really love horror until I watched this movie. So it's pretty recent. I know it's like a decade old now, but this movie is there. There was a 4K that the studio put out, and it's fine, but it is not nearly as good as this edition. This edition just has so much more in it that Robert Eggers actually went in and color corrected with Second Sight. And this edition is a gorgeous one, first of all, and also it has one of his short films. This is the first film that he put out, and so the fact that they have a short film of his, you just get a little extra there. But again, I know art cards are things, but these are theatrical posters, and these are actual just beautiful pieces of art that are original and also at the same time still photography. So there's that. There is the release itself. Very minimalistic, but that's the whole point of this movie. Is the minimalistic. Your imagination is going to do the work. But yeah, this is just an absolutely gorgeous set. But the fact of the matter is, again, this is the definitive edition of what a Second Sight film is. And again, going back to all the things we've talked about with Second Sight, I think that's probably the most important thing about them is the fact that they make it the definitive edition of a particular cult film, whether it's something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or The Hitcher or even The Witch. This is something that, there are other releases out there, but this is the release of the film. And Robert Eggers approves it. There's a million extra special features in here, a booklet, you name it. Of course, Second Sight does this, but they put the work in, and it takes them a long time to do it. And I think that's incredible for a market that is almost oversaturated in the amount of stuff that we get all the time. This is awesome.
Such an incredible movie.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite modern horror movies of all time. I mean, top two. There's one other one I won't mention, but modern horror, that's peak.
All right, good choice. Good movie. I have the 4K slipcover studio release. I'm perfectly happy with that. I think I got it when it got cheap, $10. So I don't really like Second Sight that whole much, just because they're usually very expensive. I just don't want to pay those prices for, thicker boxes, books thrown in, and things like that. I want that value. So if they give me that value without the high price, then it's a different story, like with my release here. So I got this one when it was around $30. It got super cheap on Amazon. I was able to pick it up. And this is my favorite boutique release of all time, not just Arrow, but just of any boutique. And I love this movie. So True Romance. Oh my gosh. Great movie, written by Quentin Tarantino, directed by Tony Scott. A great cast in here. I mean, you got Christopher Walken, Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette. It just goes on. Gary Oldman, Val Kilmer, and so many more. So really entertaining movie. And once again, if we're talking movies, like I said, I think both of these are good movies. Like The Witch is really good. True Romance, I think, is really good as well. For my taste, I probably watch True Romance a little bit more. But once again, both good movies, so I'm not going to harp on your movie. But in terms of value, and I think Arrow can definitely give some good value. You got everything in here. So not only do you got really cool artwork with this box. Let me zoom in here. So you got really cool artwork with this box. And, it's like a slip box here too. But you basically pull this out. And normally you don't always get a box and a slip cover. But this, you do got a beautiful slip cover. So there you go, Patricia Arquette. Looks really nice on the spine. Got Christian Slater on the back. I love the coloring right there. Fits the atmosphere of the movie. The inside is beautiful as well with the disc. Once again, fits the tone of the movie with the coaster, the palm tree. Looks really cool. You then have different goodies in here like you were showing as well. Of course, you have, posters in here. You actually get too many posters, but really cool posters. You even get like a little stick-on tattoo if you want it. You get art cards as well. So tons of art cards. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on those, but you got plenty of cool little scenes from the movie and art cards there. Once again, you can take the disc out and see cool artwork there too, seen from the movie. But yeah, once again, it's cool that you get a steelbook combo with the nice slip box. So very cool. You don't always see that. And then inside the box, there's more. So you got this whole book. Once again, Second Sight does books. This is a book that's pretty easily digestible, readable, tons of great information in here. And then, like I said, you get another poster and even a larger poster as well. So you get multiple posters here. Very cool there too. So a lot of goodies. And like I said, I'm really focusing here on the value. So you look at the special features. I mean, tons of special features in here. New interviews, commentaries, audio track is perfection here with the Atmos and, of course, HDR and Dolby Vision, all that fun stuff. The movie looks amazing, sounds amazing, and it's definitely the definitive edition for this movie. And what's nice, too, about Arrow, they gave you different options. So you could have got different versions. You didn't have to get the box and the steelbook. You could have just gotten the steelbook by itself. You could have gotten a box edition by itself. So there's plenty of additions to go around, which was really nice. So I like how Arrow gives that value to their customers, and they say, okay, what's in your price range? What style of packaging do you like more? Like, what do you want to get with your movie? And then they provide that option for you. Once again, a good value price. So I just think you get a lot more here for the price than what you get with that Witch edition down there. Once again, both really good movies, so I'm not going to compare the movies here. That's all personal preference. But just in terms of quality, with transfer, special features, packaging options, what Arrow's really known for. And I didn't even know about this movie until I got it. And I love this movie. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite movies of all time, a 5-star for me. I go back and rewatch this one all the time. So yeah, really happy that Arrow kind of put this cult classic into the limelight for me and helped me discover this movie. And I think Arrow does that really nicely. Just kind of gives a good shining light to some of these movies some people may have not seen or forgot about. So True Romance.
I'm just going to say this. I think this is the catalyst point of this entire stream, because this how this plays out is going to be how the stream ends as far as who wins. I bought The Witch Second Sight on the market on eBay. I love that film so much that I went on eBay and I overpaid like crazy for it. But again, Mike, True Romance, that film is fucking amazing. So special features aside, because I think they're kind of comparable, if we just take these films at face value, The Witch versus True Romance, what a matchup. Like, let's take a second as collectors. Like, I know we're streaming here, but come on, like, this is a big choice.
That's a good matchup.
Late Tony Scott,
yeah,
Quentin Tarantino,
yeah, it's
really,
a great,
really good one.
What I love about, and it's so funny, True Romance is you could tell that it was written by Quentin Tarantino, because it feels like a Tarantino film, especially that ending shootout. I mean, it plays just like a Tarantino film. I love that movie. It's great. But I will say, Second Sight does give you options, because they always release a standard in a regular case, a Blu-ray and a 4K with every release. That
I have that in the room behind me. I just have the standard 4K edition because, again, I just care about the content on the disc. And yeah, that sucker is a stunner, and I paid $25 for it.
Yeah, very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot more editions offered with True Romance. So whether you're steelbook obsessed or you just want a standard cover, I mean, you're covered right there. But judges, let's go ahead and get an answer there.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck on this one.
Give me 30 seconds.
Wow.
Well, anyway, lots of editions here of True Romance. Like I said, the quality is amazing there. And once again, truly a definitive edition. So,
Jesus.
Go with your heart, Vin.
I think John and Frank should show their votes first, and then see if Vin has to be the tiebreaker. That'll really drive me nuts.
That's how this. Oh my gosh!
Frank goes arrow right away.
Johnny, might as well.
There's your decision right there.
Oh,
no.
boy, let's go, Vin.
Your call, Vin.
Yeah, it's all
I will say though,
what
I want to know what is value, right? Because value can be straight just dollar for dollar, or it can be, you know, how you view a film. What are you willing to? What's that value to you on a film of what they put into that release? So you got there is that too.
What did it for me with Mike's pick is that True Romance has 3 editions Arrow put out, very accessible to an iconic. I think it's an iconic film. But again, I'm taking myself away from the movie perspective. I'm seeing it from a different perspective as, is that movie really attainable? And is it affordable? And there's different layers.
Affordable.
Three different editions. A nice collector's overall edition, a sexy one with a steel book that I know Jake likes, but then also a limited edition that has a standard case with still some of the same goodies, and then the actual case itself. So that's a great pick, in my opinion, by Mike.
I will say though, with like you said, with Second Sight, yeah, you might not be getting the booklet or the art cards, but all the meat that's with that release, you can get readily available still to this day in the standard release. It has every single special release that came with that limited edition chunky set.
All right. Well,
that was the first release.
Keep in mind what represents your boutique label. It's a good release from Second Sight, but when I hear people talk about their top favorites from Second Sight, I usually see movies like you already pulled, like Hitcher, Drive, are usually towards the top for Second Sight releases. And if you talk Arrow, True Romance is always in the top. So
for just the standard 4K that A24 or whoever put it out, it wasn't looked over by Robert Eggers, and that drove him nuts. And that is why he went to Second Sight, got that edition made. It's the most definitive edition there is, and I think that's what Second Sight comes down to, is that the best presentation possible for a film is shown through this company, and they go above and beyond to make sure that it is like the best release a movie can get.
Same with True Romance, though, from Arrow. That is the best. You're going to get True Romance. And not only that, you get different editions and different choices and different options that fit whatever your price and style is.
That's why it's a tough decision for Vin. Yeah. This is very tough, Vin. So
Vin, where are you at with this?
I've had it ready for you.
All right, Vin. What do you got?
Oh man.
That was a tough one.
You had me sweating, guys. I'll be honest. I was nervous.
Again, I think it's one of the best modern horror films in existence. One other one I won't mention, but fantastic. I love True Romance, and it was very tough, but The Witch is The Witch, and that's that.
It's the better movie, I think, overall. But yeah.
All right, so let's go to the last round. It's just for funsies now, anyway.
Yeah.
We'll just have a good time.
I don't know if I want to give my choice away or do it on the final.
I don't know. It's up to you guys, but I feel like Steve has something to show.
Steve, go for it. I think Steve should go for
it. All right.
Well, Steve, I did have one, but I gave it away, and
that's okay. Just go with it. Why not?
Well, I'll go with this one. This one is for fun. We already lost, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so might as well just go with this one. How about Mallrats from Kevin Smith? So, I grew up with Kevin Smith. I love Clerks. This one's not quite Clerks, but it's still fun. It's got Jason Mewes, Jason Lee, young Ben Affleck in the movie. He plays a creep in the movie. He's actually more likable now, but this is great. It's got the 5.1 surround audio. It's got actually the theatrical cut and the extended and TV cuts, which are unrated, not rated. Tribute to producer Jim Jacks by Kevin Smith. The two audio commentaries, they have two different audio commentaries. One is the original theatrical cut, and the other one has a different commentary with Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier. It's got the Q&A with Kevin Smith. So yeah, this one's it's a fun movie, but it's not my favorite from Kevin Smith, but it's certainly still that fun kind of sophomore jinx sort of that they had in this movie. But I still like Mallrats just for what it is. It's definitely nostalgia for me. It's got the little booklet in it as well. So that's what I got.
All right, Jake, you're up.
Okay, so I'm not going to do my actual pick. I'll do that for the next round. But I will do another one that was on the stack that I think should get more love because I didn't know anything about the coffee table when I watched it or when I decided to pick up this Blu-ray and watch it. And dear Lord, this is a movie that you watch, you will never forget. And it's a great example of showing the Second Sight also does new release movies, puts enough attention onto these to benefit for your witches, your Dawn of the Deads. They put out new interviews with a majority of the cast on here. There's 5 different new interviews for this. There are 2 short films from the director, which I'd never heard of this director, but after seeing this movie, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, it gets whoa. So if you're a fan of messed up movies, this is kind of messed up in different ways, but messed up nonetheless, and how a day can kind of unfold by one unfortunate incident. I would suggest the coffee table, and it's a Blu-ray from Second Sight that is region free, so you have no reason not to get it. I don't even know if recommend's the right word for the coffee table, but it's a movie you won't forget. I'll say that.
All right, judges, you ready? Coffee table or Mallrats? 1, 2, 3, reveal.
No. Okay.
We still lost our coffee table.
Johnny.
This is embarrassing.
You obviously haven't seen Coffee Table, Mike.
I don't want to see it.
Mike, I would not recommend it to you right now.
Yeah, I'm good.
That movie, man, let me tell you. I will say, though, I was really hoping someone on the Arrow team, if you guys had it, was going to play the Psycho collection for the collection.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I love that release.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boom.
Nobody likes my Psycho collection, so I don't show it anymore. I only got the sequel box set.
That's okay. Hey,
yeah,
Psycho
I remember
2,
that, Jeff.
Really good.
I actually really dig Psycho 3. I think
I
it's a
fell in love
fun
with that
time.
whole franchise with that Arrow video box set. I'd never seen the sequels before, and they all have their positives to them. 2 is almost as good as the original, which I never thought I would ever say.
Well, they all, even 3 and 4 to a lesser extent, they're actually okay.
Yeah.
Like it's a pretty solid little four movie series. They didn't take it and mess it up too bad.
In my opinion, it's the most underrated horror franchise. So,
and also the show Bates Motel.
That's solid too.
Good. Yeah, Ben. Yeah. Good job. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, it's got Olivia Hussey's in one. Isn't she in like the 4th one or 3rd one? She's in that. She looked great in that movie. Unfortunately, she's passed away now from Psycho.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Wow.
There you go. How did Second Sight not win every round? Big on price, big on packaging, big on attitude. Who knows?
There you had that one in your back pocket, didn't you?
I always got stuff in my back pocket, you know.
I just wonder if Carlito's Way would have beat what Mike picked because I traded off. Would anybody have taken? Have you ever seen Carlito's Way from?
Oh, dude, that's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But would I have one? I don't know. It's a great packaging, but
what did that? It was Conan lost the what on that one?
I traded it off. Remember, I showed it, and then Mike, you said,
yeah. And then I
think Mike took it over because it was a box set round.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hitcher, right?
There you go. Yeah,
it still would have lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried with coded, you know. But yeah, that's awesome. So now we got Second Sight versus either Scream Factory or Warner Archive. We'll see how that semifinal plays out, but that should be an interesting matchup. So
Warner Archive.
I'm
the
surprised.
underdog.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Warner Archive is the dark horse in this one. They beat Paramount Presents. They beat MVD, and so we'll see if they beat Scream Factory. I don't know.
That's like my shout select team when we got slaughtered in that
oh yeah
contest.
But Vestron, right? I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome. But great rounds, everybody. Definitely some tough matchups there. Thank you, judges. So we'll start with you guys if you want to say anything to the audience. Vin, what do you got going on?
Well, the end of the Criterion sale is pretty much all I have going on. I've been watching a lot of new movies that I've got from the sale, and I'm looking forward to talking with you on your stream, Mike, about it and the post-game Criterion sale stream coming up early August. So I think I got like 22 titles. So
Wow.
I'm ready to go.
We got like 11.
Damn.
I think you got more than my whole collection, man.
I've watched them all. I've watched.
That's good. Yeah.
All right, Frank, how about you?
As always, thank you, Mike, for having me on. I really appreciate it. And I'm a judge, man. So that was freaking awesome. And great job, Second Sight and Arrow teams. Easily two of the best labels out there for collectors, and the movies are just fantastic. For me, I'm going to be pimping my channel. Is that I have a review for Nothing Underneath, which is a fantastic 80s Italian thriller giallo type of film. And then I'm honestly going to be doing a little unboxing to this one of a kind Batman and Batman Returns one click from Cinemuseum. This thing is freaking gorgeous, man, and I can't wait to show this bad boy off because Batman is my favorite superhero. So yeah.
And Johnny.
Well, I'm a judge, so thanks again, Mike, for having me on. Like Ben, I am going to be watching a lot of my Criterions now that the sale is almost over, and I will be discussing those with you and Ben. And next couple of weeks, Sunday night, I am going to be hanging out with Jeff on Corey's Wilkie's Movies and Music stream. We're going to be watching From Paris with Love. And then the following night, April and I, we're going to be doing our hangout with a haul. I'm going to show you guys everything I picked up, including my stuff from the Criterion sale. And yeah, I think that's it until we do our post game on your channel, Mike. So that's all I got.
All right, and then let's go to Arrow Team here. Jeff, what do you got going on?
I got that live stream watch along with Johnny and Corey on Sunday. I got a video every Wednesday. I put something on my channel every Wednesday. And then I got that post game with you. So I'll probably be watching lots and lots of Criterion because I'm somewhere around a dozen or so picked up for this month. So got a lot of new ones to watch, a lot of new blind buy Criterions. So that's what I'm going to be doing for a while.
And Steve.
Oh, I want to say rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne. He died today.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That was a bummer.
Yeah, but as far as my channel, I'm going to do like a Criterion, like a wrap up kind of thing. The sale does end on Sunday, the 27th. You can find me accessory movie reviews on Instagram and Letterboxd and on YouTube. So been a lot of fun, guys. And I'll go to the next guy here, Jordan.
Yeah, man. Shame about Ozzy. That one hit hard. Really, really hard. But anyways, right now, kind of stuff going on. Tomorrow you've seen him in the chat, Face the Movies, GC, him and a couple other guys. We've been doing a thing called Cinema Rewind once a week. Tomorrow we are going to be discussing The Descent. So we're going to be talking about that film. Coming up, I need to do my full Criterion haul. I'm not at 22, Vin, but I'm close. It went a little crazy this month. And then we just got done Sunday night. Me and a couple of my buddies, had the awesome opportunity to interview Adam Marcus, director and writer of Jason Goes to Hell. So we were able to interview him. So that is up on my channel. So if you guys want to check that out, that's on there. But yeah, other than that, just trying to get as much stuff out. I need to finish watching the rest of my Criterion releases. And I did just pick up the Lars von Trier Curzon set. So that's going to be taking a lot of my time. But other than that, that's all I've got.
You're going to live in some misery there.
Oh man. Well, I watched, that was one of the releases I bought was Antichrist from Criterion. And I was blown away. It was just an incredible movie.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one and really messed up, but in the best way possible.
Yep.
And also you mentioned the Descent. I hope Second Sight one day put something out, because that would be a perfect film.
Yeah, Second Sight. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah. Anyway, my name is Nathan Jones, and my channel is Film Journeys with Nathan Jones. Recently, I've just been doing kind of weekly kind of journaling, the things that I've been watching and picking up. And I just recently went to Orbit DVD, like physically, and that was a lot of fun. Never been. So I also, I think, just like Ben was talking about, like with 22 Criterions, I think I bought like 22 movies there, just random movies. So I messed up. But anyway, changed some things up on my channel. I just bought one of those prize wheels, like prize wheels that like has like a clicker and like it lands on something. And so be sure to check out my space for what that means, on the channel. So
you're on MySpace?
Yeah,
awesome.
Go on follow my MySpace.
Jake?
Yeah, you can find me on Steelbook Obsessed at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I have been doing weekly Steelbook giveaways for the past like 15 weeks. If you want a chance to enter those. I was on Nathan's channel, a couple months ago now. I announced that I was going to be doing something with a special feature on a physical media release. I think I can mention that now because it has been announced, I guess. I have a video essay on the 4K of Freaked coming out from Umbrella, which is very cool.
That's very cool.
Dude, that's amazing. Congratulations, dude.
I have a few more in the pipeline now, so hopefully that continues to just truck along, because I've been having a blast making that stuff. That's why I haven't really been putting out a lot of long form stuff on YouTube. I've been doing other things.
You're on to bigger and better things now, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna leave us behind.
Trying to crawl my way out of the YouTube trenches, boys.
All right, and if you haven't subscribed to these amazing people's channels, I only have one thing to say.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Yeah. So make sure you subscribe to everybody, watch their video content, turn on the notification bell for this channel so you know when the next semifinal boutique battle bash is. It's going to be a great time. But for now, everybody, have a good night out there.
Not another peep. Time to go to sleep.